All right. Open mic. Yes, baby. We got Butterfiles in the house. Thank you, bro, for coming in. Just getting started here. We got some things to talk about. That's why I got all three channels on here. And yes, this is Prime Time Saturday night open mic. We got all kinds of discussions we talk about. We could talk about cruising. We could talk about world events. We could talk about gaming and home theater stuff. A lot of things to talk about tonight. So let me go ahead and do what I got to do. Got to get that information out. But files, you're always welcome to come on. Give us a knowledge of wisdom. Give us a little bit of worship. We need some worship today. Especially when we go ahead and do it this. We're just getting ready. I gotta check my food. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be eating tonight. So if you guys don't like me, oh, that was just a test. Just gotta make sure you guys are out there. Okay, we're trying again. All right, we get ready to start Saturday night prime time. We get ready to start it right after this word. Good evening, content creators. Yeah, my voice is going out. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Prime Time Saturday night. Welcome to Open Mic. What that means, I have all three channels on here, guys. Thank you, guys. We got a lot of things to talk about before I get started. And before I get started, I gotta say what's up to my favorite guy that's always here, always on time, always supporting the Bud Files. Let me go ahead and put him up here since he's the only one here. All right, so tonight it's gonna be interesting. We got some things we need to talk about, but first and foremost, I have some news to talk about. It's what happened the last night, what's going to happen for the next couple of nights. So we got that going on. I am cooking as a process. That's why I'm going to put this guy on. Uh, I'll see your questions. If you have any questions about what's going to happen tonight, just feel free to put it on there. All right, we're getting ready to do this right now.
They know exactly what Hamas is going to think. They know what Israel's going to do. So they've worked through a lot of these arguments. It's just going to take some time on each end for that to come through. Why am I going to do that? Because that's happening right now. That whole process is happening now while these strikes are going on. If that comes in place, we may see in next week or maybe the coming weeks something rather startling, which is we may go from this current situation where you have all of this kinetic action going on in Gaza, Iraq, Syria, coming out of Yemen with the Houthis, and it may turn into what we saw during that much shorter ceasefire that was earlier in Gaza, where all of the axis of resistance proxy forces of Iran observed the ceasefire, and everything went quiet for an extended period of time. That's possible. And putting pressure on the proxies, these other axis of resistance proxies, at the same time this negotiation is going, actually facilitates, I think, the acceptance of this proposal, certainly by Hamas. Iran might put pressure on Hamas to say, hey, look, you need to accept what's in front of you. That's possible. They'll never say that publicly, of course, but they may say this is a smart move because of everything else going on. So I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. It's not happening in isolation. It's happening in concert with some of these things that are happening there. And by the way, the Israelis just today announced they're going into Rafah, which is the last big stronghold city in southern Gaza, and a lot of civilian population that has basically been pushed into Rafah because it's one place that were not military operations. So there's a lot of reasons why Hamas is feeling pressure right now, and this puts pressure on the entire axis, which puts more pressure on Hamas, which makes something that this proposal more likely to happen than it would have been otherwise.
Al Kemper, we appreciate you as always, and as we see the doors of Marine One closing shut, it appears the president about to start his trip through LA. He just arrived at LAX. Looked like he was with Senator Alex Padilla as well. Hal, we will leave it there for now. We appreciate the time as always. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Austin.
All right. While they're in a commercial break, we'll be talking to people in the chat. Yes, we got new comments. Thank you. Appreciate that. We have Amino in the house. How you doing, bro? How am I feeling? I'm feeling very, very, it's mixed feelings. I was not surprised. Well, yeah. So if y'all check out my live show last night, yesterday we did, U.S. did our airstrikes against, doing the airstrikes yesterday. I was on live. You probably like that. If you need to check that out, you can check it out on the Z Show. The Z Show Cruise Fund and the Z Gaming Home Theater Show. I did a live with that, and well, let's just I won't get into it because I have mixed feelings about it. I'm glad that we did the airstrikes, but it took them 6 days to do it. Most of the terrorists, let's go, Brandon. Yes, I said it. I'm telling you, before I do that, the following live segment will be PG-18. So if you're really offended, you probably don't want to watch this one because I'm going to go off. Gotta put that out there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Remember, check. Guys, if you're watching this live, don't forget to check out the Z Show Cruise Fund, the Z's Gaming Home Theater, and my first one favorite, the Z Show, because I can talk about anything I want. I drank one of my last night, 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. you're asleep. Oh, man. One margarita. And it was Betty by time. Wow. Okay, cool. Hey, you know what? You need to practice up because you get ready to go. You're getting ready to go to Jubilee in less than 2 weeks. So you gotta be prepared. Yes. You got to be prepared for that. That's going to be a lot of partying going on. Don't forget. Guys, don't forget to hit that Nightbot. Good evening, Nightbot. If you want to support the Z Show Gaming, the Z Show Cruise Fund, the Z Show, hit that link, BMC link. Go ahead, it's on the chat. Go ahead and do that. Appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and send out the thank you for all your support. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. All right. We'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and hit this one because I had to reorganize that. All right. That is taken care of. But yes, you got to get ready for that. Yes, you got to get ready. If you are catching a replay, comment. Yes, if you catch the replay, thank you, Bama, for asking her to say that. If you're watching this replay and we don't have a lot of people, this is gonna be a replay live. I'm doing live, and don't forget, I got some video out there on the Jubilee. I did some modified shorts, so you want to check it out instead of watching the whole video. I got some shorts out there. You want to check it out before I continue. And yes, I am waiting for my new phone. Should be here by Monday. It's supposed to be here today. No information about that. Better be here by Monday. I'll be calling people left and right. They don't want me to call because I'll call every 15 minutes. All right, let me see. Let's go ahead and do this. Yes, I'm going to be eating in just a second, but I got to tell you this. Now, guys, this is the main bomber that happened last night. This is the B-1 bomber. It's like a 1980s. Actually, it's the 1970s when it first came out, 78, 79 before that. Knucklehead Peanut Jimmy Carter canceled it. But one of my favorite presidents, Ronald Reagan, renewed it and said, hey, we need to have this. So, yes, this was the main bomber that went over there last night doing with the pricky shots. I was impressed it did that. It takes like for a round trip, it's like 20 hours. They had to refuel probably about 3 or 4 times. No, I didn't get an iPhone. I don't like iPhone. I got an Android. I had a bad experience with iPhone. I do not like iPhone. iPhone does have a lot of apps that I like. So I got me Samsung Galaxy XS24, 128 gigabyte hard drive. I needed that. Good. And then I can do my modifications. But anyways, yeah, this is the thing right here. The B-1 bomber is one of those things you say, yeah, it's like a 40-year-old aircraft that's been modified somebody. Now, when the B-1 bomber was started out, it was basically made for nuclear weapons in the 80s. In the 80s, and yes, they were on red alert in the 80s. We were almost at war a couple of times in the 80s. That's why I watched the documentary, the Cold War documentary. That's why I learned how to do all that stuff. But yes. Anyways, let's talk about this. When I think about the pricks, 6 days before they started it. 6 whole days. And basically, let's go Brandon Joe Biden. Yes, I'm going to talk about somebody's favorite president, Warren Stroller. They didn't commence the starts until last night. So he had 6 days. And basically, now here's the thing. You don't tell your enemy what places you're going to hit when you get ready to do an attack on them. And that's what Joe Biden said. We're not going to attack Iran. Everybody and their mama knows that Iran is the number one state sponsor of terrorist attack. They did the one against Israel. They did the one in Yemen. They did the one in Iraq, Syria, and Jordan. All paid for it and sponsored by the dreadful Iranians. So you guys don't understand why I'm so upset, because all the terrorists, head of the terrorist organization say, hey, the United States is not going to bomb Iran. We need to get out of here. So 6 days. Now, my president, Donald John Trump, which is the man, he is the man. I'm sorry, he is the man. When he said, if any soldier gets hurt, we're going to put you, PG-18, we're going to put your asses in a glass country. And he wasn't playing around. So, one that was Space Force terror. Did a terrorist attack against our soldiers in the Middle East. We had good intelligence before Brandon, and we knew one of the leaders of the terrorist organization that was one of the chief advisors of Iran. He was in Baghdad. We knew who he was. We took his ass out. That happened 12 hours. 12 hours. I'm just saying, you had this knucklehead. Joe Biden is a knucklehead. Yes, he is a knucklehead. So, yeah. We'll go ahead. I got to stir my food. I'll put this guy on. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see here. No, he is doing that. Wow. Okay, we got some news. I don't think people want to know what the news is. We're going to play this because I got to. I gotta go ahead and do this real quickly. This is live now from Fox. It's all the Fox local radio station. Get ready to be on the top of the hour to get ready to do it live. But yeah, we're going to play this because I got to serve my food. Let's see here. I got to serve my food. Wait a minute. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. Okay. Yeah. So, dun, dun, dun. So, I'm just doing this. Guys, stay with me. So, oh, by the way, if I have some lurkers on there, I know one of them is probably Embarkation Nation. They just can't help it. All right, here we go.
Austin, it's a pleasure to be here.
You know, before we get into it, I do want to play out one video package. We want to get the latest on what was announced this week. Fox's Ted Lindner has this piece. Let's watch.
She's America's favorite missing person, right?
Decades after she vanished, researchers believe they may have found Amelia Earhart's long-lost plane. The team from ocean exploration company Deep Sea Vision releasing this sonar image, showing what they think is the outline of Earhart's Lockheed Electra aircraft. Crews analyzed the groundbreaking female pilot's final flight, including the wind speeds, altitude of her plane, and more, to map out a search area that could contain her potential crash site.
Most likely, she ran out of gas, so she would have tried to sort of pancake land the airplane into the water and the surface, and probably would have kept the airplane structurally intact. And then as it filled with water, it would have slowly sank.
Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, took off from the country of Papua New Guinea in July of 1937. Earhart was on her mission to fly around the world and was heading for Howland Island in the Central Pacific.
She made 6 radio calls on the way there. And each one of those radio calls gives us a really important clue.
Using a high-tech submersible, the team searched thousands of miles of seafloor when they found an object more than 3 miles below the water, resembling the infamous plane.
You see the twin vertical stabilizers in the back, and you see those very clearly in the image. The size of the aircraft and the dimensions are very close to what we'd expect for her aircraft.
Crews say the potential site of the plane is about 100 miles west of Howland Island. They're aiming to quickly return with remote-controlled underwater vehicles to try and get better pictures of the object to confirm its identity. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
All right. We thank Ted for that report, and we do want to bring up this image back on screen here. This was one of the more interesting images we saw as a part of that piece. So, you know, this is the image seen around the world at this point. What do you see in this photo to me?
All right, so sorry about that. I had to stir some food. We have another person here, Anthony on the move. How you doing, bro? Just chilling out. Doing some stuff. Yeah, Saturday night, prime time. I have all 3 channels. So if we have breaking news, we're going to talk about it. Okay. Let me see here. I think I'll go back on here because, yeah, my food is very, very good, very, very delicious. Let me see here. All right, hold on. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, hold on. Give it a second, guys. I just got to figure out some things. I got to figure out some stuff. Give me a second. All right. Yeah, it's good. I'm just trying to find some stuff on the top of the hour. Yeah, but yes. All right, hold on. I'm trying to. Okay. All right, so yes, I'm waiting. All right, so yeah, he's doing. Waiting for okay, Sky News. All right, I'm waiting. Oh, 36. Wow. Okay, hold on. I'm ready for this. Sorry. All right, give me a second. I'm still working on it. It's just, it's one of those days that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. All right. All right, hold on. Oh, it's a replay. Give me a second. This is just, I'm trying to find some live news on the airstrikes in Iran. I think we'll go ahead and do this. We can't wait. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Not a lot of people. Okay, hold on. Breaking news. Let's see here. More strikes in the Middle East. That's what we want. We got commercial. Oh, really? They're talking about the near Earhart. I need news. But yeah, I am still looking. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out some stuff here. Yeah, guys, don't forget if you want to see a replay of last night's episode. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's try this one. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There it is. That's what I want to know right here. All right, here we go.
Families of the 3 troops who were killed in Jordan as the service members' remains arrived in the U.S. The 3 soldiers were identified as William Jerome Rivers, Kennedy Sanders, and Breonna Moffett. And from all this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York.
President Biden and his aides say that this was just day one of what is likely to be a campaign that will last days, even weeks of retaliatory strikes. Until now, the Biden administration had hoped that the United States wouldn't be dragged into a wider conflict in an already unstable region. Notably, the Biden administration did not want its proxy war with Iran to spill over to a direct conflict with Tehran. However, with these latest strikes and these developments, the possibility of that is...
We got breaking news.
President Biden's critics say that his efforts may have been too late, and they don't deter Iranian...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news. Anthony Move just got off the Jubilee a few hours ago. Had a lot of fun, yes. Breaking news. Well, Barbara Noah, the Carnival Jubilee was late to depart today. Did not leave the port until 6:30 p.m. Wow. That's highly unusual. Anthony, we need some information. We need to find out. All right, you just. I'm sorry, eating. Anthony, do you know when you were on the Jubilee, what time did you get into port? If you know that, usually it takes like 7. So yeah, just let us know what time you got into port in Galveston. So they just left. Yeah. And by the way, talk about my favorite ship. We got that going. Oh, she. Oh. 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 Mm-hmm. So that's the first late turnaround, and he got on time. It takes like 9:30. I think the last people that'll leave the ship probably 10 or 11. Yeah, it's a turnaround, and Bavanoa says still wanting surprise at 6:30. Wow. So right around 8:00. So yes, I feel sorry for the people. Hey. Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh, you got off at 7:45 this morning. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So you got out at 7:45. Was it raining? Oh yeah, I was going to ask you. Did you have any storms coming in last night? How was the night? The last night, we had some thunderstorms coming here. Got off at 7:45. Okay. So yeah, that is breaking news. I might do that tomorrow. Well, that's my ship. That's my baby. All right. Get on to the main topic. One of the main topics. Okay, here we go. Now, Let's see what Let's Go Brandon is doing. Let's see here.
Issued a stern warning against any possible attack by the United States in retaliation. Now, the strikes are believed to be just the first in a multi-tiered response. President Joe Biden released a statement after the attack, which read, and I quote, "The United States does not seek conflict in the Middle East or anywhere else in the world. But let all those who might seek to do us harm know this. If you harm an American, we will respond." Republican Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, has hit out at Biden's operation as too little, too late. The strike.
Okay, hold on. Before I do that, give me back. Hold on. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Now let's talk about Let's Go Brandon. It's they were doing terrorist attacks months ago. Hold on. You kidding me? I lost that again. Man, I got brain damage tonight. Okay, let's see here. Uh-oh. Boy. What is going on? Let's see here. Oops. No storms. It was raining in Galveston. Okay. This person responded, "I think the Hero Bar is needing some assistance." Well, yeah. Yeah, because they, you know what? So the barge is a mistake. Oh, yeah, the fueling barge, yeah. No storms. It was raining in Galveston. All right. All right. Sorry, I had to just take care of some business here. One of my things that says, oops. Let's see here. I was trying to get back to the news cycle. Sometimes it doesn't want. All right. Okay, let's see here. Now we got roadblock. Breaking news. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go.
Find your perfect match at
Stupid commercial.
beachbound.com.
Stupid commercial.
Metagenics replenishes nutrients with vitamin
And in fact, the Hamas mass terrorist attacks of October 7th have produced the opposite, as have Iranian actions. We now have 2 U.S. aircraft carriers that are deployed in the Mediterranean. We have this increased naval activity, British and American, in the Red Sea, and we have the European Union. The European Union itself has deployed its own independent mission in the Red Sea. So it's exactly the opposite of what Iran had hoped. Instead of diminished Western military presence in this region, there is increased military presence of the West in the Red Sea in particular, and nothing geopolitically that is benefiting Iran. Please.
Right, Mr. Joseph. Thanks very much for taking our time and joining us here on Beyond. Always a pleasure to have you here.
You're welcome.
Meanwhile, Israel's military issued its most detailed warning yet to Hezbollah in neighboring Lebanon that it would be ready to attack immediately if provoked. It further said that since the outbreak of the Gaza war...
All right. All right, let me go ahead and do this. I'll try this one. That's not live. That was live. Oh, by the way, this is not breaking news. The knuckleheads had their Democratic voting in South Carolina. Unfortunately, yeah. Let's go, Brandon won South Carolina because they're, but people are drinking Kool-Aid, South Carolina. All right. Oh, we got some action here. Hold on. Make sure.
3 months after Earnhardt disappeared. That's too many eggs to have in one basket. I need a second opinion.
All right. A little bit of false advertising there. Okay, so it's doing the Earnhardt. Okay, see, now that's false advertising. I just hit the wrong thing. All right, so give me a second. I'm just going to go here and go back to our country, convoy. Crash. Yeah, see, there's not a lot of news on here. Yeah. All right, for Fox. Let's see here. All right, let's try it again. Nope, no, I'm at
This looks for all the world like...
Man, false advertising. I don't care about Neil Earnhardt flying the plane. Really? Yes. I know it's just trying to find some stuff here. I'll get on the chat in just a second. We'll do Newsmax.
Transgenders and say they don't care about your rights. They're using this as an agenda to make to power grab in our country. And so
shut up.
they're using you and how you are.
Wow.
And they're
okay. Wow. Okay, I can't find anything right now. We'll go ahead and do this real quickly. All right, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about this. All right, we'll go ahead and go here and watch. Let's see if I can.
New Eden. A universe brimming with possibility and rife with adventure.
All right.
Only the most intrepid capsule.
Okay. All right.
The flip phone was so revolutionary. The BlackBerry was addictive. This gradually the water gradually got hotter. Next thing you know, a whole generation hasn't looked up, can't make eye contact because they're transfixed by their phone in this false narrative. But you have a legitimate worry there. Quick thing. Here is Ted Cruz on your big worry, and that is TikTok's big objective. Watch.
How's this?
On TikTok in China, you are promoting to kids science and math videos, educational videos, and you limit the amount of time the kids can be on TikTok. In the United States, you are promoting to kids self-harm videos and anti-Israel propaganda. Why is there such a dramatic difference?
Senator, that is just not accurate.
There's not a difference between what kids see in China and what kids see here?
Senator, TikTok is not available in China. It's a separate experience there.
It's not available to kids in China. Walter.
They protect their own. I think that respondent just gave away the whole game. They are using this as an offensive weapon, cultural weapon, and they would never turn it on themselves.
All right, I want to fast forward to this other topic. Matt Taibbi wrote an incredible article on Racket News, and he talked about this election the fix might be in. He talked about this. Will this whole election be decided by lawyers, not by voters, as Democrats are unveiling plans for America First lawfare election? We're already seeing some of this. Here is that actually excerpt to protect democracy. Democracy is already being canceled. We just haven't admitted the implications of this to ourselves. They're going to say, Batia, that Donald Trump has democracy. Therefore, we got to go through extraordinary circumstances. They actually have a game plan. John Podesta, Mark Elias are back.
Absolutely. I mean, this was really Obama's whole thing. It was oligarchy of the credentialed. If you don't have a college degree, if you don't go to an elite school and you disagree with them and you have the chutzpah to have your own opinions about what's good for you and what's good for your children, you don't get to vote. They do not fundamentally believe in democracy. And so they project and project and project everything they accuse the right of. Oh, Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. They are doing it. They are undermining democracy in order to keep him off the ballot.
But they're rolling out this whole thing that Donald Trump would become a dictator, refuse to leave office. The Transitional Integrity Project involved 100 former officials, think tankers, and journalists who gathered to war game contested election scenarios. Is this going to be inside the ballot box, or what's going on here, Walter?
Well, whenever they do a tabletop exercise, it's going to come to life in reality soon. In 2020, they prepared for an election in which people went into the streets, lawyers went into courtrooms, and Donald Trump didn't get to accept the presidency. Now they're trotting out those plans again. I never thought I'd live in a country where elections were a threat to democracy.
I want to shine lights on this. We'll get Matt in here, too, did this story, because maybe we can stop it by telling us we know what you're up to. If Donald Trump loses or Joe Biden wins, that's fine. Just make it be legitimate. Guys, thanks so much. Appreciate it. All right, still to come. The future of late night is in focus. We're going to talk about the impact of Jon Stewart.
All right, so here's the thing. Now, the drive-by media, including Fox, is not even doing the reporting live about the U.S. airstrikes. They did their so yeah, I'm just trying to find something like I gotta go deep. BBC News Live. Let's see here. Okay. So I'm going to do this real quickly. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. This is last night. We're going to put it on, see how they cover it. This is BBC News. Hopefully here. StreamYard commercial. Don't you hate that? Yeah, I do.
I'm Lucy Gray. The United States has launched strikes on targets in Syria and Iraq in response to a drone attack last weekend on a US military base that killed 3 soldiers. US Central Command says its forces hit 85 targets in total. White House National Security spokesman John Kirby added that 3 facilities were hit in Iraq and 4 were hit in Syria. The airstrikes were against Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Quds Force and affiliated militia groups. These are new pictures released by US Central Command of B-1 bombers taking off to carry out the airstrikes. Our North America correspondent Will Vernon has the latest.
All right, here we go.
American bombers carried out airstrikes on more than 85 targets.
Oh, really? Oh, come on.
The US military said they included the personnel and facilities of Iran's Revolutionary Guard and the militant groups it backs. But the airstrikes hit locations only in Iraq and Syria. Iranian territory was not targeted. The message from the White House: the US doesn't want a war with Tehran.
The goal here is to get these attacks to stop. This was about degrading capability, taking away capabilities by militant groups. These responses began tonight.
All right, let me go ahead and
They're
pause.
not going to end tonight. So there will be additional responses.
And this is what America is responding to. A drone attack on a US base in Jordan last
All right, why is it? Give me a second.
Sunday killed 3 US soldiers and wounded dozens more. Washington.
All right. So basically, what is going on? And thank you guys for your patience. I get that picture for the B-1 bomber. Now, B-1 bomber left the state of Texas, Shepherd Air Force Base in Texas. So a round trip from here to the Middle East is like 20 hours. So they had the KC-135 refueling tankers out there. And basically what they did was a carpet bomb with the terrorist areas in Iraq and Syria. Now here's the thing. And I'm gonna say this simple, very, very simple. Iran is the #1 state sponsor of terrorism. If it was not for Iran, these terrorist attacks would not be happening. Yes, during my great president Donald Trump, they said, "Hey, if you hit one of ours, we're gonna take you out." And so they've been bombing. The terrorists have been bombing for 3 months. We did a little 8, 9 shots. Empty buildings. We're going to tell where we're going to do it. We're not going to evade. We're not going to hit Iran. So the key terrorist organizations, the head honcho, the big man, went to Tehran. 6 days. So day one, they said, we're not going to tolerate it. We're not going to hit Iran, but you're going to beat us, blah, blah, blah. As far as tonight is concerned, little quick shots. I think the B-1 bomber, I support the B-1 bomber. I always did. All this is political. I hate to say that. Biden administration don't want to admit they were wrong with giving Iran their sanctions back. They don't want to say they're wrong when they gave Iran $6 billion for a prisoner swap that we're not supposed to negotiate with a terrorist. So, we go ahead and continue. All right, play.
Washington said Iran-backed militants were to blame. Pressure had been building on Joe Biden to respond with force. Announcing the start of the airstrikes, the president said the United States does not seek conflict in the Middle East or anywhere else in the world. But let all those who might seek to do us harm know this: if you harm an American, we will respond. In Iran yesterday, hours before the strikes were launched, a defiant message from President Raisi.
We have said many times we will not initiate any war, but if anyone wants to bully us, Iran will respond firmly.
America wants to send a clear message. Attacks on US troops must stop, but many are warning of the dangers of escalating tensions in a highly volatile region. Will Vernon, BBC News, Washington.
Well, our Middle East correspondent Hugo Bishega is in Baghdad for us. You told me more about the reaction there to these strikes.
Yesterday, we had a very strong statement from a spokesman for the Iraqi military saying that these strikes were a violation of the Iraqi sovereignty, that they would drag Iraq into this conflict and that this could have unpredictable consequences. And obviously, the Iraqis have been very frustrated with the attacks that have been carried out by these Iranian-supported groups, but also they were very angry with the idea that these attacks would be happening inside Iraq. Now, the Americans said that they had notified the Iraqi authorities ahead of the attacks that happened overnight here. And now it is a little bit after 9 o'clock in the morning. So what the American officials are saying that they are still, gathering information to establish the damage that has been caused by these attacks, and also whether militants have been killed. But I think one of the main concerns here from the Iraqi authorities was not only about those American strikes. We knew that those strikes were going to happen because for days American officials have been talking about this response, but also how these groups and how Iran could be reacting to those attacks, because any kind of retaliation could happen here in Iraq.
Can you just explain perhaps the link in terms of Iran's links to these groups, perhaps in terms of the control exerted by Iran, or how independent are they? Are you able to say?
Yeah, it's very interesting because Iran has been saying that it doesn't want a direct confrontation with the Americans, but at the same time, it supports, these factions across the Middle East, the so-called axis of resistance.
Okay, axis of resistance. So, all this, the Americans attack 6 days later, it's all political. Speaking of political, we haven't heard no primetime address from Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. He is in California. He's in Los Angeles. He's getting ready to go to the Democratic convention tomorrow night, a.k.a. the Grammy Awards. Yeah, so he's going to be there. So he's going to the Grammy Awards, the Democratic convention. And by the way, they had one election in South Carolina. Yeah. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. And I know a lot of things have been happening for the past 6 days. I had to get the breaking news in there. Hopefully by Monday we'll go back to normal. Hopefully. If nothing else happens, I don't think it's going to happen. Tomorrow, I'll be on tomorrow. I'll go ahead and say what I gotta say. I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to watch that. Let's see here. I want to thank Bud Files coming in. Appreciate it. Bama Noah, always a pleasure. And by the way, if you want to check it out, I had some last night. It was good quality stuff. Let me go ahead and do this before I get out of here. Smiling faces. So what's going on tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow? Tomorrow will be on 3 o'clock Central. There's no football, so I might do a mini marathon. You never know what I'm going to do. I don't have drinking. I got Kool-Aid, so. And now I'm going to get ready to get out of here because I got to finish this food that's right here is very, very good. I got to make some Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid, over here. But yeah. I want to thank you guys for your patience tonight. It's been interesting. I just had to go ahead and do some stuff. Usually I don't have 3 channels at the same time. But let's see here. Let's see if we got our outros ready. Let's see here. Outro. Okay, here we go. All right, this is for my outro. This is for my cruise channel. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Guys, don't forget, do not drink and drive. Do not hang around the knuckleheads who do. And always, 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 always drink responsible. Peace out, deuces, and whiz out. And by the way, watch my videos.